Just a few weeks ago, I sat across from one of my longtime patients, Mr. Robert, a 68-year-old retired teacher with a kind smile but tired eyes. That morning, he walked into my office looking drained and discouraged. "Why do I feel so off every morning?" he asked. "I sleep well, I eat breakfast, I even drink my coffee, but somehow I still feel dizzy, scattered, and low on energy." I've heard that same concern from many of my older patients, waking up with a racing heart, a cloudy mind, or just a sense that something's not quite right. And here's the thing, it's not always about sleep or age. Often it's about what you do or don't do in those very first minutes of your day. The good news is you don't need to overhaul your life. Just a few small, consistent habits in the morning can dramatically improve both your heart health and brain function, especially as we age. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 simple morning habits that are backed by science and easy to start tomorrow. These are the exact habits that helped Mr. Robert regain clarity, balance his blood pressure, and feel like himself again. Let's begin with the first one, and it might surprise you just how powerful a glass of warm water can be.
We started with something small. So small, in fact, that Mr. Robert raised an eyebrow when I suggested it. A glass of warm water with fresh lemon juice and a pinch of magnesium citrate. "That's it?" he asked. But after just 1 week, the difference in his mornings was remarkable. Warm water gently activates your digestive system and improves circulation after hours of rest, while lemon provides a subtle detox effect and helps restore your body's natural pH balance. But it's the magnesium that truly makes this habit a game changer. Magnesium citrate is easily absorbed by the body and supports hundreds of vital functions, especially for the heart and brain. It helps regulate your heartbeat, relaxes blood vessels, and even enhances communication between brain cells. A 2013 meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that higher magnesium intake is strongly associated with lower risks of cardiovascular disease and better long-term brain health. For older adults whose magnesium levels often decline naturally with age, this morning boost can be critical. I usually recommend about 100 milligrams of magnesium citrate mixed with 200 milliliters of warm water and the juice of a quarter lemon, taken first thing upon waking, before breakfast or medication. It's simple, natural, and refreshingly effective. For Mr. Robert, this one change helped reduce his morning palpitations and lifted the mental fog that had followed him for months. But hydration and mineral balance are just one part of the equation. Next, we added movement and the right kind of light.
After a few days on his new morning drink, Mr. Robert already felt less shaky, more focused. But I knew we had to go a step further, because the human body doesn't just need nutrients in the morning. It needs movement and light. When I asked Robert if he spent any time outside after waking up, he chuckled and said, "Not unless I have to take the trash out." Like many older adults, he'd developed a routine that kept him indoors well into the morning. So I encouraged him to take just 10 minutes each day to stretch, walk, or simply breathe deeply outside during early morning light. It didn't have to be a workout, just movement, just light. Science shows this habit resets your internal clock, your circadian rhythm, which affects not just sleep, but memory, concentration, and blood pressure. Morning light helps regulate cortisol and melatonin, both of which are essential for brain sharpness and emotional balance. In a 2020 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, researchers found that exposure to morning sunlight significantly improved sleep quality and cognitive performance in older adults. And when paired with gentle physical activity, even as simple as walking slowly or rotating the shoulders, the heart gets a safe, steady jump start to the day. I asked Robert to walk just to the end of his driveway and back between 6:30 a.m. and 8 a.m., or to sit near a sunny window if going outside wasn't possible. Within a week, he began sleeping more soundly at night and felt noticeably more alert by mid-morning. And as his body embraced that natural rhythm, his mood lifted too. Still, there was one more habit we had to introduce, a simple technique to calm the mind, slow the heart, and bring everything into balance before the day truly began.
As Mr. Robert became more comfortable with his new rhythm, starting the day with hydration and movement, there was still one thing missing: peace. Not just physical stillness, but the kind of internal calm that quiets racing thoughts and gives the heart space to rest. Like many people, Robert had a habit of starting his day by checking the news, jumping straight into headlines, noise, and stimulation. "It's how I wake up," he told me. "But what if," I asked, "you started your mornings with silence and breath?" That's when I introduced him to the 4-7-8 breathing technique, paired with soft alpha wave music. It takes just 5 minutes, but the effects can ripple through your entire day. The 4-7-8 method works by shifting your body into a parasympathetic state, activating the relaxation response. You breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This pattern slows the heart rate, increases oxygen delivery to the brain, and helps lower blood pressure naturally. And when paired with alpha wave music, audio frequencies between 8 and 12 hertz that promote relaxed focus, you create the perfect mental environment for clarity and calm. In a 2021 study published in the International Journal of Yoga, researchers observed that 4-7-8 breathing significantly reduced anxiety and improved heart rate variability in older adults. Another 2019 study in Frontiers in Psychology found that auditory alpha wave stimulation boosted memory retention and lowered cortisol levels. For Robert, this became his favorite part of the morning. He'd sit by the window, press play on a 10-minute alpha wave track, close his eyes, and breathe. After just a few days, he noticed a shift. Not only was he calmer, but his mind felt sharper, more organized. And in that stillness, he found something most of us forget to look for in the rush of the morning: presence. These 3 habits, taken together, formed the foundation of a healthier, more centered life. But perhaps even more importantly, they gave Robert back control over his mornings, and that's where we'll end this journey.
3 weeks after we began, Mr. Robert walked into my office with a different kind of energy. His posture was straighter, his eyes were clearer, and the first thing he said was, "I didn't think 3 small habits could make such a big difference, but I feel like I got my mornings back." That, to me, is the power of small, intentional change. You don't need an expensive program or a dramatic overhaul. What your heart and brain need, especially as you age, is consistency, simplicity, and compassion. Let's quickly recap the 3 habits that helped Mr. Robert and could help you too. First, a warm glass of water with lemon and magnesium citrate to nourish and stabilize the body right after waking. Second, 10 minutes of gentle movement in the soft light of morning to reset your rhythm and awaken your system. And third, 5 minutes of 4-7-8 breathing paired with calming alpha wave music to center the mind and soothe the nervous system. These are more than just habits. They're acts of care. And when practiced together, they create a foundation of health that ripples into everything else. Your mood, your memory, your longevity. If these habits speak to you, I encourage you to try them tomorrow morning. Give yourself the gift of calm, clarity, and strength before the noise of the day begins. And if you know someone else who could use a gentler, healthier start to their day, please share this video with them. Your heart and theirs will thank you.